Alright, we are ready to begin, so take it away, guys.
Alright. So
You take it away.
Alright, I'll take it away. So we have TVT. Yeah, it's a great matchup to watch. Actually, it's probably my least favorite matchup in the entire game. But that's alright. We have two great players going up against each other, Quirice and Artist. So I'm sure they'll make it as entertaining as possible.
Yeah, I don't particularly enjoy TVT either, but sometimes, you know, it's surprisingly entertaining.
Yeah, definitely. We actually, speaking of entertaining TVTs, I think earlier we were watching, who was it? STX played one of the LighT members, I think Binsky, and he actually made that game really interesting to watch. I mean, remember the 4 Marines that caught the Banshee as it was like going towards the base on purpose? Yeah, that was a very entertaining TVT to watch. And all these replays will be made available, so anyone who's missed some of the games today because you are watching maybe the Home Story Cup or whatnot, then no fear, there will be replays released of this.
Some of the time.
Alright, so right now we have both players making their supply depot, which is very interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure? Well,
No.
Do you remember the days when you used to make racks before depot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, those were the good old days.
Good old days indeed. That was fun. Not. I mean, how fast did Cotton Luck get that Banshee against Hydra? The fastest Banshee. It was like 10 supply Banshee or something.
Yeah, the 11, 11, 11.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, that was actually pretty freaking awesome. It came at like the 6-minute mark, or no, it's before that, like 5-minute mark Banshee.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that was ridiculous. Like before the second supply depot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Alright. Go back to the game, and it pretty much, the big difference is Artist is going to play more of a one-base style, or I say one-base, but more of a tech style. He got his gas, so he's going to go up to Factory before expansion, at least, if not Starport, maybe Cloak Banshee or any of that. And Quirice is going for the 1-rack CC, only 1 Marine actually he produced, and then he went straight to a command center.
Is this because he saw no Marines produced by Artist, or what was his cue to only make 1 Marine, you think?
It's pretty easy to hold. Like, you don't need any more than 1 Marine before a command center. 1 Marine can actually kill an SCV before it gets into your base with a little stutter step. So that's pretty much it. You get the command center a little bit faster. Now, he hasn't actually produced any more Marines. Since then, the second one's actually about to pop out. Never mind. I didn't notice it was building. Yeah. So
that's the purpose of the bunker is just to reflect those the first Hellions, I suppose. Artist is getting a tag lap on the Factory, but I see no Starport anywhere. So what is this gonna be? Is this gonna be like Blue Flame?
No, I don't think it's going to be a Blue Flame. I think he's actually just about to make an expansion. I think he's just getting his factory out. He can start making tanks or whatnot right off the bat. Actually, looks like it might be a Blue Flame. That's kind of interesting. Well, it could be a mech-style play as well, so he could start the Blue Flame, which should be starting in just a second. He just got enough gas for it. There it is. It just started. And yeah, so it does look like he's going to Blue Flame. He's going to, after the research is complete, he's going to swap it with the reactor on the racks. Yeah, it looks like Artist might play more of a mech style. Very interesting opening coming from our Terran player here.
Yeah, Blue Flame Harrier. Blue Flame Harrier. And his teammates, who is Rain Sung?
He's a Zerg player, I do believe. I don't know much about him other than that. I know he's from South Korea.
Korean? Alright.
Yeah, he's a Korean.
Well, he said in Spanish that he doesn't like it, and yeah, apparently the Rain players aren't too happy with his decision.
Oh, okay.
Artist's decision. Of course, I have no idea what's going on, and therefore I like Blue Flame Hellions are good units.
the blue
That's
flame Hellions
my
are.
thought process. Yep.
Yep. All right. So the expansion is completed and turning to an orbital command center for Artist. I would like Quirice to move out after his first tank gets up for sure. He might be a little too timid though, and a little scared to do that. You always have to be cautious, especially when there's lots of Hellions on the field. Of course, he doesn't know that. Now, see, I'm really confused by this because now Artist is going into barracks play, and like how much use could Blue Flame be used for if you're just gonna,
Blue Flame Marauder. I don't know. He might be trying to clean up. What if he goes Marauder, Blue Flame, and then uses the Marauders to take off the tanks and the Hellions to take off the Marines?
Then you lose to one Banshee.
Oh no. What if he goes? I don't know, man. I'm confused. I've never seen anything like this. Sung thinks that maybe he's going for Banshees. Future says that he's being a boss. Spade says that he's doing his soul build, and their manager is confused as to what he's doing. So he's confusing Rain as well. That's for sure.
Even his teammates don't even know what he's doing. That's something to say. Now Blue Flame is shown, so Quirice really has to protect the Marines because if he lines them up, it only takes one volley from the few Hellions to literally decimate them.
Yep, and Spades actually said he's doing his old build, and added up maybe a few seconds after he said that he always loses with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, wow! Look at this! Look at the harvester count difference. What is going on? Artist is actually up by 7.
Oh,
and he
wow.
actually had the latest command center.
That is quite crazy. Quirice must have. Well, he has to have had caught some SCVs. Because otherwise
I think
doesn't
he got
make sense.
supply blocked a lot. Even right now, he was supply blocked just now. I think that might be the case. Yeah, so that's a blunder from Quirice.
And he doesn't have siege either.
Yep.
He hasn't even started siege. I have to assume that's not normal.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He forgot about it, right? He has to have forgotten about it.
I mean, you don't have to rush to siege, but it definitely helps. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, he's making a bunker. I'm pretty sure he would rather siege those tanks instead of making a bunker, correct? And I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't even make a bunker. I don't know why I would make one at this point.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. We have 6 Hellions over here on the side.
Their siege is not starting. Ton of Marines, adding more barracks, and reactor to the starport again.
Yep.
This is gonna come down a lot. Wait, he did get Blue Flame, right? Where's the Hellions? Oh, he does have 6 Hellions.
He does have 6 Hellions, but I don't know what they're doing, really. Like, Hellions aren't that good in scenarios where there's a lot of tanks, a lot of Marines, and medevacs and stuff. Like, they die too quickly. They're much better for harassment or something.
If I had to guess, probably Artist wants to engage and then have the Hellions come maybe from a side and clean the Marines after something else takes the first shots. I mean,
I would really like to see a drop or something. Really utilize the...
yeah, absolutely. He has a medevac. Yeah. Hellion drop, Blue Flame Hellion drop would have been beautiful here. I mean, he could just go in, kill a few SCVs, and go back. And the Artist is definitely the sort of player that has the mechanics to do something like that. There is one Viking out for Kawhi, however, so that's what he might be scared of.
So Quirice somehow came back in the SCV count. Both players are at 50 to 51. And yeah, so game's just kind of even at this point. Both players have nearly the same supply. It's all going to come down to control and positioning, in my opinion. Actually, Artist went and took a 3rd command center, so he's trying to get the base advantage. Maybe he's planning on doing like a counter run by with these Hellions, and it actually does look like that. Here comes the Hellion. Never mind. They thought about it, and then they ran.
Blue Flame Hellions could make a huge difference in the battle if used carefully. Kawhi does have the tank advantage, however.
Yeah.
He's 2 tanks ahead, and yeah, Artist really good positioning on those watchtowers. He's really making sure that he knows where his opponent is so he can adjust accordingly. And with that one Marine, he knows that his opponent is sieged. Kawhi is probably going to scout. Yep, he's going to scout that export right at the perfect time. So he's probably going to send a small number of Marines to take care of that in a second. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. He'll probably send a couple extra Marines over there. He won't
and look at those
overdo it.
blue flame Hellions. Didn't work.
Yep, that was good. He picked off a small group of Marines, so that's really good. Now Quirice is afraid of a counterattack. We can see him sieging up his tanks at home. Quirice has got his command center now on the way. Yeah, Artist still hasn't canceled that command center, and Quirice never sent more than one Marine over that way. I feel like that's kind of a mistake.
Oh, this Brave could drop some auto attack turrets on those tanks, and then that'd be a good way to break him, and then Quirice could go and maybe move forward here.
Oh, definitely.
Quirice with good positioning on those tanks, but yeah, it looks like we might be entering a base trade scenario. Probably, maybe.
It could be.
Lots of damage being done by those two tanks by Quirice, but it's not quite enough. Quirice is going for it. Those attack turrets that we were just talking about. And, however, Artist with a lot of tanks, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be a base trade.
It does look like that. I'm not sure who is winning at this point. Look at Quirice's macro. What is going on? Nothing's building, and he had 1,500 minerals. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, he really needs to go inside, pick off that tank by Artist. That's exactly what he's going to do. Artist now pulling all the SCVs. Those tanks really weak. Quirice really needs to hold those tanks with his Marines.
They're going to kill themselves.
Yeah, those tanks are gonna die to SCVs, and now, you know, look at Artist's army. It's all in the red, and
yeah, but he does have medevacs there. They will heal him up eventually. I'm really confused on what the heck is going on because, oh wow, actually like all these SCVs got saved by Quirice, and that's really good.
He cannot spend his money. I mean, he cannot spend his money. That's a big problem that he has right now. And Artist is in position to defend his production facilities. Sure, Artist does barely have, barely any income at all, but he has the superior army right now. And Quirice, if he could spend all of his money, he would stand a chance here. But as is, I can't. You know, he's running low on options.
Yeah. While all this was going on. You know, Quirice's macro just completely slipped, and that's the reason we're in this situation right now.
Yeah, I feel like he could have even rallied everything up the ramp and start sieging there like well, like Artist did, you know, just make sure that he saved his production buildings.
Right.
That was not the case. So it's definitely a tough time for Quirice right here.
Yeah, if Quirice could have saved his tanks, that also would have made all the difference in the world.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He just needed to leave maybe. Oh my God, beautiful snipe by Artist, and that's gonna be game pretty much.
Yeah, I don't see a way he's gonna be able to hold this.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I mean, tanks versus no tanks. He could just push if he wanted to. And that looks like what he's doing. He's just playing this very safe. He knows that it's a very odd and peculiar game to even be in, and yeah, Artist is going to take it. There is the GG.
Pretty close game, pretty exciting game.
Yeah, it is.
Few decisions there could have changed everything.
Yeah, I felt like if Quirice would have just macroed a little bit better, he would have easily had, you know, just imagine, you know, 1,000 more minerals, not even 1,500, 1,000 more minerals of just Marines on top of the ramp or something, you know. Or even if he just pulled his tanks to the high ground and used the high ground advantage and just sacked his expo.
Yeah, definitely. Sacking his expo would have probably been the best thing there.
Yeah, all
keeping his production facilities. But, yeah, absolutely. But hey, I think who would you send now? I would send Heavens.
I don't know. I'm not really sure who we'd send. That's the reason I am not the person who runs Team LighT. But this is going to be it's going to be hard. Quirice is one of their stronger players, so now that he's eliminated, who can take out Artist? I don't know. We'll find out after this short break. All right.
I trust Heavens.
We'll take your thoughts and put it to work.
I trust Heavens, Saris.